Alrighty guys, good luck. Resident Evil 2 original game, episode 5. We playing as Claire. We did the Leon campaign, but last episode we talked about a lot of stuff about a few things, but we talked about the time period of people. And right now we are in the 1800s and 1900s. I want to tell you a little bit about those times and what happened. It's gonna be more detail about what actually happened and how it happened, because those times are the craziest times. For now already, the 2000 to 2025 has been already incredible. How many things has changed and grown as a society, as a planet, most in good but some in bad. But let's start at the 1800s. The 1800s started with a lot of wars, because the 1900s were incredible. The 1700s too, because Napoleon ruled the 1790. He ruled, I don't know from what period. I think it was 1793, I think, till 1800 and what was it? 1813. I really have to concentrate for these dogs. These dogs are crazy. They don't want to come, I don't know. But where was I? I was at the 1800s, and Napoleon ruled the beginning of the 1800s. Just crazy how he ruled whole France and a lot more nations. By then, Rome was already gone, so Rome was gone in the 1830, I think, was fully gone. There were a few little places that still was Rome, but Rome had such a great rule and a lot of different stories, not kings, but rulers. I do want to get specific on those things as well, but not right now. We're speaking on the 1800s and 18 to 1900s. But Napoleon ruled at the first 10 to 15 years. He died. I don't know what he died of. I think it was liver. It's something that has to do with his liver. With his, I don't know if the liver is the English word or a Dutch word. Yeah, liver is English word. But then there was a few more wars. First war from the 1800s till the 1900s. Was a lot of wars to grab the oh, that's a cutscene.
I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Sherry,
Wait,
don't.
Sherry, don't go alone.
We're gonna,
Sherry,
yeah,
Sherry.
we're gonna play as Sherry. Alright, I think it's gonna be the same as Ada. I think it's just gonna be the same. Move the boxes and that's it. And grab a few other things. But that was with when Napoleon died. A lot of nations tried to fight for their own nation and make their own nation bigger. And there was so many wars. Just country and country, not like global wars, but just war for land. That was just it, because there were so many countries that died in the 1800s, so many. And new countries arrived, you could say. I don't know all the countries, but a lot of countries. Almost whole Europe was a little bit different back then. Now 1600s were the most difference made, but we're in the 1800s. 1950, yeah. 1950 was the, I think it was around 1950 when there was electricity made, like the light bulb, but it wasn't used until 1880. A little fact, I think. I don't know for sure. It was a lot of things like Nicholas Tesla, like all the electricity he made and just experimented. All those little things, all those people's like philosophers and all those engineers and scientists, they made the step to the 1900s. They took all the information from the 100 years before, or the 50 years before, or the 200 years before, or even the 400 years before, for all the things they made, learned, and created. Like, there were a lot of stuff that was made in all the countries, like a sewer system that was needed in every single country. They made sewer systems. They made ways for horses. They made so many things. Better houses. At that time, they made everything better. They made more things, but there was a lot of demand, and a lot of hard working. Like, as well as the gold mines. There was the gold. Later on, there was a lot of need for gold and all other stuff, like money and stuff. And back then, there was a lot of gambling. At that time, there was gambling. There were a lot of shows as well, like carnivals. I don't know what's the English word for it, but I think it's called, let's see. Oh, that's Claire. Let's watch this cutscene first.
Are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here. Here's another.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Claire, I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Wait, Sherry, come back. Sherry! Sherry!
I love the voice acting of Claire. But where I was the English word is circus. At that time, the circus was gigantic. It was the main line of everything. The circus was so big, because a lot of people that has deforms or are others weird people at this day, they were working in a circus. So there were so many jobs for everybody in that time. just for people that in need or people that couldn't do other jobs. There were jobs like this, like strange looking people got jobs for the circus. Back then, that was the main entertainment. You have as well horse riding back then. The horse riding was so big. Still, it's super big. Not as big back then. Let's see. Let's store. Need a green herb. But back then the circus was gigantic. Not like right now and horse riding. It was really, because there were in that time just the papers and that's it for knowledge around the world. People worked on the things that was good for their country or even for their state where they lived in. So because of that, they had still a lot of information about their country. Not as much, but still a lot of information about it. What? The lickers right now? How is that possible? The hell? That was not in Leon's campaign. Alright. But I don't know where I was. Come on. Let's see. Where do I go from now? From now on, what the hell? Oh, alright. Probably over there. Yeah. The circus, was super popular. And because there were not a lot of knowledge around other countries, what they did, their own countries, all the countries that just didn't know about all the other countries just grow and grow and grow as a nation, and that really skyrocketed all the nations, and it made all the nations like 10 times better than it already was in just 100 years. But you can talk about a lot of people that has created a lot of stuff around that area, like the 1900s as well, but the 1800s were a lot crazy things like electric and all the, you know, how do you, it's not a radio, but with the electric magnetic field around the air, they can make those noises. And the first communication was with the beeping noise. It was not sign language, but it was, I don't really know how to say it. What was it? What's the name for it? How do you say that in English? I really don't know, but you beep it and then you are beep 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 and code more. It's Morse code. Yeah, Morse code it is. And that was a long range talking system. That was really the changing point in communication. You still had the papers in the liquor in the time. In the 1800s, the papers were still popular in the 1950s as well, but because that communication, the higher up people had more information, they could communicate more and they could make their things even bigger than it was back then. And all those communication systems like that was more made for the military or for ships and stuff. It was still not used for normal people because it was too high tech for that period. The 1800s was still a little bit, it wasn't fully completed because there were still a lot of unknown questions to be asked, because they still they still had so much things to learn. Because there are a few things back then. They had made predictions about the 2000s of how they would live, and all those predictions are wrong. Because back then they had different things they cared about and they thought about. But that's not how technology works. But back then they were still unknown of how things are going to work or how things should supposed to work. And then the 1900s came, but still the 1880s till the 1900s is still so. It was a sickness. I don't know what it was, but it was a sickness. A lot of, because in that time period everybody was eating like shit. The higher up people was eating like shit. From this 1860s, 1850s till the 1890s. So the higher up people were actually dying because of liver problems and or stomach problems and stuff. Because back then, if people now people will look at you and think you're pretty and stuff, like you got abs or something, you got pretty hair. But back then, if you had a big stomach, it shows you are well capable of you know, living for yourself, like you have a lot of money because you can buy a lot of food. Because back then it was, you had a big stomach, and that was gorgeous back then. But it's already done. I've been probably past the 20 minutes already. I will talk about it more next episode. I'll see you then, guys. Bye.